Hi there, welcome back to Tyranny. We are here in Howling Rock. You can see the ground is trembling. This is Cairn that is resting here. See this strange face buried in the ground, doing whatever it can to destabilize the area. He's kept alive, still dying, and we want to see how we can help the ones that keep him alive. Let's see, let's start this.
On it. Slow and steady.
Careful though, always careful. We're here to meet Radix, who's supposedly waiting for us with the rest of his troop. Oh, what? Just in a random crate, herbalists, mitts, masterwork, bracers. Hey there, Lantry. That was unexpected. Let's see. Now what is better? Since this grip has fire armor, this one has Sigil of Life, plus 10 control life. Wow. I've spent a great deal of time sifting through barrels full of restorative herbs. The fingers are dyed in many colors and glow with a calming light. Oh, exciting. And what should we give him? We have these, I think these are a little better. They are charred and kindling. On the other hand, he's a healer, so let's give him more control life, right? And this is better for his offensive capabilities. So let's see what we can do in the future here. Who we may find. Who is that guy? Oh, he's had a numbing agent. Perhaps he should have used it. And are our contact people from the disfavored already dead? We'll find out soon. Would you cross this gaping hole, this canyon, on this thing? We'll all die. Come on, we'll run over there.
I'll be your
now
shadow.
We're safe again. Oh my god. Will we really meet Radix here? I kind of doubt it, I have to say. Let's maybe,
Can't
go up here maybe first?
Can't do that.
Hey, another trustworthy rope. Let's climb down the cliff. Oh. Where to go now? There's only one way. Through all of this. There's a strange bridge, and what's here? Something gaping. Earthshaker Fold entrance. Maybe let's go there first. We want to visit the Earthshakers, and they are on our side for a change. Azurlith crystals are a resource for the Earthshakers' powers. Their essence, once harvested, may be used by the mages to bolster their abilities. Hey there, is there Radix here? Earthshakers, I hope you do well. A Fatebinder of Tunon here. What business have you at Howling Rock? Speak or be pelted with stone. I thought we were on the same side. We'll sign the Sigil of Cairn's Forgotten Name. I think we should show him, because we've learned that. So you are one of us. The Earthshaker signs the sigil back to you. The coded exchange is complete. She nods and touches her fist, her chest in salute, but her eyes are hard as boulders, wary as she watches you. We will raise the gate, but be warned, Fatebinder, I will see the earth swallow you whole, should you bring strife against us. Wow, that's impressive. I like that. Sir, wait up! Kedis, Radix. What's going on here? Are you warning me? Fatebinder, you survived to join us. The Iron Guard studies you with a stern intensity. If the exertion of the run has winded him, he does not show it. His brother, on the other hand, doubles over, hands on his knees as he catches his breath. Between the two of them, Kyros is splattered in the remnants of battle, while Radix stands wholly pristine. Course he would. Kyros looks to his older brother and straightens. You saw the trail of corpses he left. Made my job easy. Well, easier. The lieutenant gives you a curt nod. Thanks to you, we've made it in one piece. Huh. Well, glad you could keep up. While I do not consider traversing rocky terrain to be particularly travailing, I am eager to enter the compound. Take as much time as you need to recoup, Fatebinder. If you need me, I'll be examining the state of Cairn's remains. Alright, you need to be first, you guys. You strange guys.
On it.
Alright, let's enter this. We're among friends now, I hope. Earthshakers everywhere, iron walkers.
Quiet down.
Still, we want to sneak. Why? Because we want to find hidden stuff. That's easier when you're sneaking. You should know by now, right? You should know. There's really a couple of guys here. I wonder what's going on. We really wonder. So here we would be leaving the camp. Let's go back here. And
time to lighten
this
my
is still
step.
the camp, so we might come to Cairn from here. Oh yeah, still camping. That's such a comfy campfire.
I am out of practice, but I'll try.
Research drug recipe. Oh no. No guys, don't take drugs. It's not good for you. Well, maybe, well, in some of these games it is, though. Probably in Tyranny, everyone takes drugs. Wow, look at that. There's some kind of dungeon waiting here. And there's a couple of people. Oh yes, Kyros and Radix. Should speak to them at Cairn.
Spotted something.
What, we've spotted something? What's... It's here, right? What is there? A moonstone. And now, why did we come here? To speak with these guys. Hey there, Radix. Fatebinder, I presume you are adequately rested? The Iron Guard studies you with a stern intensity. Well rested, huh? Kyros jerks a glance at Radix. Hate to think of what it might mean if that earlier show wasn't a Fatebinder at peak performance. The Lieutenant gives you a nod. Glad you're with us, sir. Radix, the commander, touches a knuckle to his chin in thought. Yes, I must admit I am as well, especially in wake of recent discoveries. What discoveries? What's happened? While I served Ash at Vendrian's well in my stead, the guild succeeded in their mission to locate and guard Cairn's remains. Of course, none of us expected he would have survived. He nods once in admiration of his former master. My Earthshakers commenced studying Cairn and as a result have unearthed a rather invaluable finding. Cairn yet labors to survive. This, of course, is ultimately infeasible. Even the mountains cannot withstand the force of Kyros' will. However, our Archon has retained a considerable sum of arcane energy. Energy that my guild could harvest and wield. Lieutenant Kyros grunts. According to the general, long as Cairn lives, the edict will keep tearing up the land. That's good for us, bad for the rebels and the chorus. So, two sides of one thing. That's an interesting question. How are the continued earthquakes good for the disfavored, but bad for the rebels and the chorus? Simple tactics, sir. Ruined farmland means less food to feed the masses. The disfavored have more supplies stocked, and since there's fewer of us, we need less rations overall. Plus we're made of tougher stock than the Chorus and the Tearsmen. We'll be fine. Meanwhile, a starving army will be easy prey for Ash. Force the enemy to squabble over supply lines while we sack their forts. Basic, barbaric even, but effective. So the disfavored wish to keep Khan alive to ensure the continued turmoil of the edict. If it were that easy, sure. As Reddick said, our Shakers have been guarding Khan's body these last few spans, but we can't keep wasting our resources out here. And we can't defend the body forever. The Shakers aren't strong enough to defend him alone. Hence why I'm 10 leagues left of dirt shit nowhere. And what exactly are you planning, kiddies? It's just as my brother said, his Shakers have a way to steal Khan's energy. They're going to warp the edict with it and then expel both in one giant burst at his death. We're going to kill the land for good. Me and my shields are going to help him see to it. Khan betrayed the Northern Empire, Kyros and the disfavored. As far as I'm concerned, his remains and his power are forfeit to whoever reaches him. I'd sleep better if his essence fell into disfavored hands. Radix, your assumption is correct. However, my Earthshakers have devised a ritual wherein we can extract and expel Khan's energy in one concentrated pulse upon his death. Would permanently ravage the land, starving Nerat's Chorus and the rebel army, enabling us to end the war. The Iron Guard salutes you, steadfast in his devotion. While I would relish the opportunity to study Khan further, we cannot risk this strategic advantage. We must gain Ash's approval to act swiftly. I hope I'm not the only voice of dissent here, but blighting the land will starve the Scarlet Chorus, not to mention a large part of this realm. I thought we were fighting a war to gain something. Looks like we're causing massive devastation for one dumb victory. Am I wrong here? Verse looks at you with a mixed expression. Oh, now you're doubting from the Scarlet Chorus. Alright. The Scarlet Chorus should be wiped from the region. These are the consequences of declaring war on the Great General. To be honest, I mean, ending this war soon will let the prosperous peace begin much earlier, so I take no pleasure in this verse, but it needs to be done. Don't talk to me about what needs to happen when you're the one on the ground who dictates how this war gets fought. At least take some responsibility for what you're doing. Loose stones jostle across the ground as Radix Iron Core nearly imperceptibly, impatiently taps a booty toe. If the lot of you are quite well finished, I'd like to get on with it. Yeah, but we still should check back with Ash, as he's the one responsible. This operation is of no small consequence. Before we act, I'd intend to discuss killing Khan with Ash. Do what you must, discuss our plan to destroy the land and defeat the voices of Nerat, but be swift about it. The commander nods to you in dismissal. We will await your report from the Iron Hearth. In the meantime, however, I will account for Ash's approval and see to the provisions necessary for the ritual. See, what he means is, safe travels, sir. Lieutenant Kiedis salutes you. Before I go, I'd like to discuss some other matters with you both. Speak, if that is what you desire, but understand this, as the wind cannot move a mountain, so your words will not sway me. Alright, man. Sway an Iron Guard of Ash? I wouldn't dream of it. Then your dreams are more sensible than my brother's. He's under the impression that I actually regard his opinion at times. The lieutenant guffaws loudly. If only. Radix might be the only man north of Stalwart that's more pig-headed than even me. He shrugs heavily plated shoulders. True enough, it doesn't stop me from trying, though. Alright, is there anything we need to worry about? Short of a full-on assault by the Chorus, no. But an attack from the Screamers could get messy, so I've got my shields keeping watch. The Screamers? Or do they mean the chorus? Oh yeah, the chorus would be, probably. What can you tell me about Howling Rock's spire? I'll grant you ingress to the base. That is what you desire, but I advise you not to let it become the foremost consumption of your time. My Earthshakers have already extensively examined the site, yet we're unable to uncover more than a cavernous room with some carvings in the floor. Yet Cairn's clinging to the base like it's the only dinghy in a storm-chopped sea, Kyros says. The lieutenant cranes his neck toward the tower's cloud-obscured peak. What did you reckon that's about? Radix Iron Core. Delirium, perhaps? Who rightly knows the effect of an edict may wreak on one's mental capacity? He steeples his fingers in thought. Or maybe he knew of a peculiarity we yet do not? Perhaps the Dawning Spire could have restored him had he managed to rouse it from its dormancy. The Master Earthshaker looks to the stone giant, then over to the looming spire. Perhaps not. And what's it with the constant quakes? Cairn was defeated, but he is not entirely dead. So long as his essence remains within his body, the Edict of Stone will remain in place. So, remind me again, the Earthshakers are the arcane arm of Ash's military, correct? An astute observation. Our guild has devoted ourselves to the study of Earth Arcanum, and as such were the disciples of Cairn before his unfortunate end. As his prime and closest pupil, it has befallen to me to inherit Cairn's legacy. Radix sweeps a brief stiff salute. I am Radix Iron Core, mover of mountains, Iron Guard to Ash, and second master of the Earthshaker. You're both an Earthshaker and an Iron Guard? How did that come to pass? Oh, I think we've talked about it, even if it's not mentioned. Yeah. To be an Iron Guard is to be recognized by Ash personally. The Archon of War loves his soldiers to a woman, but he only grants his favor to those who distinguish themselves. There is no greater honor. Let's speak of another matter, because we've talked about this, I'm pretty sure, but you don't remember. So, farewell. A trial of Archons. Yes, we should definitely go over here again and talk to Ash.
On the lookout.
As quickly as we can, because we need to do that before we kill such a giant being. We have to consult Graven. I think that's what a prudent Fatebinder would do. So, not someone as we, but in general, let's act sensible. Let's act with some intellect for a change. Are you guys coming? Yeah, we need a run mode where you can maybe expend endurance. I think that would be fine. So, Iron Hearth. There we go. I mean, wouldn't it be quicker that way? But who am I to talk, right? What a long way that is. What a long way. I mean, we probably insist on using the spires because it's so much fun to use the spires. Let us find out what's coming next. What will Ash say? He'll probably be crazy about us. Again. Oh my god. So come on. Give me the area. Sometimes, I don't know, do you have that too? Sometimes Tyranny tends to load very, very long. Have you had that as well? There is Altus. I don't remember him saying anything. Altus, maybe we should speak to him. Because I think he's new here.
Sorry, can't.
Hey there, Altus. Are you new? The disfavored soldier mutters to himself and stares down the truncated length of a broken sword. A rusted piece of garbage wasn't even worth the trouble carrying into battle. Better off in the hands of a farmer tilling his field. He looks up and meets your gaze, his posture straightening. You're Tunon's Fatebinder, are you not? It's timely that you happened by. I have a dispute with a forgebound of Leithion's Crossing. Why don't you tell me about the problem? Start of the conquest, I requisitioned an iron sword from the forgebound. Since they settled in Leithion's Crossing, I figured it wouldn't take the span of the entire Kyros be damned war to get the blade assembled and ready for battle. They proved me wrong. The smiths only just filled my order, and they did a rushed job of it. The blade arrived in camp last week. I could tell at once that it was rubbish. It barely held an edge, and wobbled in its scabbard, felt wrong through and through. Go on. I was willing to give the glorified length of scrap a fighting chance, so I carried it into battle. After 2 parries, the blade snapped. I had to tackle the enemy and pound his head in with my fists. He squeezes his fingers together, his gauntlets creaking with tension. I dare say we've all been there, countrymen, broken sword or no. I shared some terse words with my commander, but nothing could be done about the situation. Forgebound answered to Tunon, not the disfavored. Which is why I'm glad you're here. My honor is tarnished and I'm left with second-hand iron that has seen more active duty than a dozen stone shields. Do you know you from somewhere? I was part of the cohort that captured a regent in battle. He smiles with pride. We had a proper standard for a time until she rotted off the pike. Aha. Yeah, may I see the weapon? Here you go. You can see plain as a spire that the iron is no good. He takes out a sword, shared in half. The flat edge shows evidence of spreading rust. The blade itself feels dislocated from the hilt, as if ready to fall off at any moment. What were you trying to do? Chop down a spire? Straightens tall enough to look down his nose at you. I'll have you know that I'm one of the most accomplished swordsmen in my cohort. It is my fault that some puffed-up smithy put some less than worthy iron in my expert hands. The voices used to say something about an artist claiming their tools, but for the life of me I can't remember it. Well, any ideas, Barik? I wouldn't call this your standard wear and tear, but it's not a problem of the crafting either. It's almost like someone tested this sword's durability 1,000 times against a tree trunk. Or against a thick-headed statue made of iron. Right, or Barik cuts himself off and turns to Wurs. That was at my expense, wasn't it? Oh, look, he learned something. And what do you think, Wurs? She looks down the length of the sword and bites the inside of her cheek. With a slow shaking of her head, she runs her finger along the fracture. Whoever last swung this blade was either drunk or stupid. It looks like they were trying to sweat flies off Can's backside and missed. Back to my questions. Have you trained with this type of sword before? I carried a blade just like it in Storwood. That was made of bronze, of course. Had a different weight to it, he shrugs. You should know as well that that the references cannot be overemphasized. There is something about this man that I find distasteful. Have you spoken to the Forgebound about this? All the way in Leithion's Crossing, it's not as if my commander will send me out on leave to give some sweat-stained smith a piece of my mind. Since the Forgebound report to Tunon, I figured you would represent their interests. Legally speaking, that is valid, of course. Glad we don't have to worry about carting a smith all the way out there, then. I've dealt with Fatebinders before, and I know you're capable of going to mad lengths to see Kyros' will done. Well, I'm ready to render judgment in this matter. About time I got my due justice. He nods and beckons for you to continue. At your leisure, Fatebinder. Oh. Well, Verse said it. Barik said it. We only have that choice. Can plainly see that you mistreated that sword or simply don't know how to fight. I rule for the Forgebound. Mistreated! I mistreated something. The sword came to me this way. Then I suggest you maintain it better. Upkeep is a soldier's duty, or have you forgotten? You do well to remember time-honored disfavored traditions. I know that Ash appreciates the rigid adherence to our ways. Altus's posture stiffens and he glances about the fort. That's true enough. Suppose I had better look after my iron in the future, or my bronze, since that's all I'm bound to receive. Good day. Whoa. What was that? A little bit of judge work in between. Well, I guess we'll report to Grave and Ash in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Happy gaming to you, and see you in the next episode of Tyranny. It's Smith's Day, and we are the Hammer of Justice.